Joining me now is Tide and Downy Principal Scientist Mary Johnson. Thank you so much for being here on the show. So Mary, tell us more about this partnership. It sounds incredible.
It is incredible. I think we are just so excited and so proud to be partnering with NASA. I can't tell you how excited we are, the entire Tide team. And I think the first question is, why Tide and NASA? As it turns out, deep space missions are not possible without the ability to do laundry. Right now on the International Space Station, they resupply the astronauts, the crew, with fresh clothes. That's not possible for missions such as the Artemis moon mission and the 3-year Mars mission. It's estimated that for the 3 years Mars mission, they would have to pack and ship 500 pounds of clothes per astronaut. So that's up to 2,000 pounds of clothes for a crew of 4 for the mission to Mars. And so, they need more water, they need fuel, and so they just can't possibly ship that many clothes. And so we have partnered, Tide has partnered with NASA to develop laundry solutions for space to enable deep space missions so that the crew, can have clean laundry, the well-being that laundry brings, the hygiene that laundry brings. And then the question is, why Tide? What is the benefit to us? So we are very excited. NASA has a long history of innovations that created in partnership with NASA that provide benefits to humanity here on Earth. And so, for example, GPS systems, portable computers, even all the way to implantable cardiac monitors. So we're very excited to be able to make innovations in laundry by designing for, the space constraints, all the other constraints that are experienced in deep space missions by impacting loads of laundry. So last year in the United States and Canada, people did 25 billion loads of laundry. If we can decrease, the ingredients that go into the detergents, if we can decrease the amount of water that's used per load of laundry, we can make a big impact in, from a sustainable and environmental benefit point of view.
Right, now that you mention it, it sounds like such an obvious problem, but I think people usually don't think about this challenge of astronauts being able to wash their clothes. So what are the cleaning challenges that astronauts face in space, specific ones?
Great question. So, when we started this project, we do what we do all the time. We talk to our consumers. What do you need? What are your problems? What are your challenges? And so what we did is we talked to the astronauts who are our consumers for this project. And one of the things astronauts have to do is they have to exercise 2 to 3 hours a day, 6 days a week, to prevent bone and muscle loss. And so, having sweaty clothes that you can't just switch out for a new pair, you have to wear them on a set schedule. So you're constantly kind of drying out these clothes, putting them back on, which, isn't very pleasant. The astronauts get very excited when they get a fresh pack of clothes. The other problems that the astronauts encounter are stains in space. So, in microgravity, they love their condiments. So their sense of taste is a little off in space. It's dulled. So they love their condiments. They love their sriracha, their barbecue sauce. And, one of the astronauts told us how she was squeezing the last little bit out of a packet of barbecue sauce. And it didn't quite make it to her food. And there was someone across the table from her. And you just see this glob of barbecue sauce just hitting the shoulder of the person across from her. And without any stain removal techniques right now in the International Space Station, that person's gonna have to walk around with a barbecue stain on them until they, can get out a fresh shirt. Or if they had, they have a lot of camera appearances. So sometimes, we talked to Leland Melvin this morning. He said sometimes, if you do have a stain, when there's like a group photo shot, you're kind of going to be hiding behind another astronaut because you can't replace your shirt, you can't fix that stain. And of course, International Space Station, you can resupply them. They're close enough. You can send cargo missions with clothes, but that's not an option for these deep space missions like the Artemis moon mission for 2024 and the 3-year Mars mission in 2030. So we absolutely have to be able to solve for, the malodor that's generated on their clothes with the exercise, the stains that occur and so on, and do that in a very sustainable way.
It's great that Tide stepped in to help the astronauts. These are major problems. I mean, it's horrible to walk around with a stain for the whole trip or have to change your clothes so often. So talking about sustainability, what do you think this research could mean for laundry on Earth, and especially with regards to water conservation?
Absolutely. So we have developed, working, understanding with NASA, we have developed a special Tide detergent specifically designed for the NASA space missions. And we did this within, NASA has closed loop systems for air and water. And so there's certain ingredients like ethanols and siloxanes that you can't use in a laundry detergent for space. It has to be fully degradable. And so there's a great saying that they have at NASA that yesterday's pee is tomorrow's water. And so with the laundry water, it's going to have to be reclaimed back into drinking water. And so we have designed NASA Tide to be fully degradable within the NASA systems. And so one can imagine reapplying that back on Earth. The other thing that we've been able to do is, I know this could be a little awkward, but I'm just going to switch this around so you can see this 10-pound load of laundry. These are the clothes.
Oh, wow.
It's exactly the clothes that they wear on the International Space Station. So the NASA gave us the supplies. We purchased these items. This is a big laundry basket full of clothes. We were able to design a wash system right now that we can wash all those clothes with 4 gallons of water, which is 70% less than NASA had originally anticipated for a load of laundry of this size. And compared to what we can do on Earth right now, it's 13 gallons of water for a front load washing machine and 34 gallons of water from a top loading washing machine. So, even if we can reapply this back to Earth, these water savings, multiply that by just North America, 25 billion loads of laundry, we can really save a lot of water and, obviously then help to impact the planet. We can also then design new detergents to be used in these very low water systems. So, that's what's exciting about us. With NASA, their benefit is that we are enabling deep space missions. For Tide, the excitement is benefits to humanity here on Earth, using the opportunity to learn in space, to design for space, to provide innovations here on Earth that are going to impact people's lives and impact the environment in a positive way.
I hope that here on Earth we start copying the astronauts and start following these sustainable practices that they practice in space. So thank you so much for that interview, Mary Johnson, Tide and Downy's principal scientist.